Hello, and welcome back to English Speaking Corner. This is the place where we don't just memorize lists of words, we learn how to weave them together into real, natural conversations. I'm Sarah, and I am here to help you find your voice.
And I'm Mark. It is great to be here with all of you. Today, we have a very special lesson planned. It is something that sounds simple, but it is actually one of the biggest challenges for learners who want to move from a beginner level to an intermediate level.
That's right, Mark. We are talking about the morning routine. Now, I know what you are thinking. You are thinking, Sarah, I already know the words for coffee, shower, and breakfast. I learned those years ago. But knowing the nouns is not the same as telling the story.
Exactly. I hear this so often with my students. I ask them, tell me about your morning. And they say something like this. I wake up, I eat toast, I brush my teeth, I go to work.
It sounds a little bit like a robot, doesn't it? It is grammatically correct, but it feels choppy. It feels like a list of bullet points rather than a life. Native speakers do not speak in lists, they speak in flows. They connect one action to the next using special bridges.
So today, we are going to fix that robot voice. We are going to take you through a typical morning, from the moment the alarm rings to the moment you lock your front door. But we are going to focus entirely on the connecting words. These are the secret ingredients that will make you sound fluent, confident, and natural.
If you are ready to stop listing your life and start narrating it, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We post calm, practical lessons like this every week to help you build real speaking confidence. A simple click on the subscribe button helps us keep these lessons coming to you.
Let's close our eyes for a moment and imagine the start of the day. It is early, the room is dark. And then, suddenly, that noise happens, the alarm clock. This brings us to our first phase, the wake up.
The most basic way to say this is, the alarm rings. I wake up. But we want to connect these two events. We want to show that they happen almost at the same time. The best phrase for this is as soon as.
As soon as is a fantastic phrase. It implies that there is no delay. Action A happens, and immediately action B follows. So instead of two sentences, we say, as soon as my alarm goes off, I sit up in bed.
Let's try to shadow that together. I want you to listen to the rhythm. We don't pause between the parts, we glide through them. Listen. As soon as my alarm goes off, I sit up in bed. Now you try.
That was good. Notice the phrasal verb goes off. For alarms, we don't usually say the alarm rings or starts. We say the alarm goes off. So let's try another example. Maybe you are not a morning person. Maybe you hit the snooze button.
I am definitely guilty of that sometimes. So the sentence would be, as soon as the alarm goes off, I hit the snooze button. It connects the sound to the action. It makes the story move forward instantly.
Now, once you are actually out of bed, you want to describe the very next priority. We have a specific phrase for this that structures your narrative perfectly. It is, the first thing I do is.
This is such a useful structure because it tells the listener, okay, the story is starting now. It sets the scene. For example, many people are thirsty when they wake up. So you could say, the first thing I do is drink a glass of water.
Or if you are like me and you can't function without caffeine, you might say, the first thing I do is head to the kitchen for coffee.
Let's practice that structure. It's a chunk of language. Don't think of the individual words. Think of the first thing I do is as one musical beat. Listen. The first thing I do is open the curtains. Now you try.
That was good. So we have woken up. We have used as soon as to connect the alarm to our reaction. We have used the first thing I do to establish our priority. Now we need to move to the next room.
That's right. We are moving into the bathroom. This is where routines can get a little complicated because we often do two things at the same time. You might be brushing your teeth while checking your phone, or waiting for the shower to get hot while looking in the mirror.
This brings us to our next power word, while. This is the word of multitasking. It is the word that saves you from saying short, choppy sentences. Instead of saying, I wait, full stop, I check the mirror, We combine them.
Exactly. While creates a smooth background action. Let's look at a common example. You turn on the shower, but the water is cold. You have to wait. So, what do you do during that wait? You can say, while the water acts warm, I brush my teeth.
Listen to that again. While the water gets warm, I brush my teeth. The first part, the water getting warm, is the background. The second part, brushing teeth, is the main action. It sounds so much more sophisticated than just listing the actions.
Let's shadow another one. Imagine you are looking in the mirror and fixing your hair, but you are also mentally planning your day. You can say, I plan my schedule while I do my hair. Notice I put while in the middle there. It works both ways.
I plan my schedule while I do my hair. Give that a try. It really helps to visualize yourself doing it. Picture the mirror. Picture your hands fixing your hair. Picture your brain thinking about work. Connect them with while.
Now, once the shower is done, we need to signal that a task is finished. A great word for this is once. It is similar to as soon as, but it emphasizes that the first action is completely finished before the next one starts.
Right, it's a completion marker. For example, once I'm dressed, I go to the kitchen. This implies that I don't go to the kitchen half naked. I finish dressing completely, and then I go.
That is an important distinction. Once I'm dressed sounds very final and clear. Let's practice this transition. Imagine you have finished in the bathroom. You are clean, you have your clothes on, you are ready for food. Say this. Once I'm ready, I head downstairs.
Head downstairs or head to the kitchen is a great natural way to say go. Let's loop that practice one more time. Once I'm ready, I head to the kitchen.
Perfect. So let's see where we are in our story. We woke up as soon as the alarm went off. The first thing we did was drink water. While the shower was warming up, we brushed our teeth. And once we were dressed, we headed to the kitchen. Do you hear how that flows? It's a story now.
It really is. It's engaging. I want to listen to it. But now we are in the kitchen, and this is where I see a very common mistake with intermediate learners. It's the after trap.
Oh, the after trap. I hear this every day. Students will say, I eat breakfast after I wash the dishes, or after I check email. In English, just saying after at the start of a sentence sounds a little incomplete. We usually need to say, after that.
Yes, after that is the bridge. After acts like a preposition that wants a noun, like after breakfast. But if you want to use it as a connector to start a new sentence, use after that. It refers back to the whole previous sentence.
So let's build a kitchen scene. You are making coffee. You pour a cup. Then you sit down. Instead of saying, then I sit, let's use our phrase. I pour a cup of coffee. After that, I sit at the table.
It sounds strong. It sounds like a defined step. Let's try another common kitchen activity. Maybe listening to a podcast or the news. I make my toast. After that, I turn on the radio.
Let's shadow that sequence. Focus on the connection. I make my toast. After that, I turn on the radio. Your turn.
And speaking of breakfast, we should talk about the vocabulary of eating quickly. On a busy morning, we don't usually dine or have a feast. Sarah, what do you usually say when you are in a rush?
I usually say I grab a bite. It's such a native phrase. It implies you are eating, but it's not a formal sit-down event. You might be standing up or eating toast while checking your bag.
So let's put grab a bite into our flow. We can use while again here too. I check my emails while I grab a bite. That is a very typical modern morning, isn't it?
Unfortunately, yes. But it's great English practice. Let's shadow that. I check my emails while I grab a bite.
So we have navigated the bedroom, the bathroom, and the kitchen. We are fed, we are dressed, and we are caffeinated. Now comes the most stressful part of the morning routine, the departure, leaving the house.
This is usually where the rush happens. You are looking at the clock, you are worried about the bus or the traffic. We need language that shows this urgency and this final check. A great phrase here is just before.
Just before adds a sense of timing. It means right at the last second. Just before I leave, I check my pockets. This is that universal dance we all do, tapping our pockets to find our phone, keys, and wallet.
I do that every single time. Just before I walk out, I check for my keys.
It creates a nice tension. It signals the end of the story is coming. Let's practice this one. It's a bit longer. Just before I walk out, I check for my keys.
And what is the action of leaving? You can say I leave the house, but to sound more natural and confident, we often use the phrasal verb head out.
Head out is wonderful. It sounds purposeful. It means you are beginning your journey. I head out around 8 a.m. or I head out for the bus.
So let's combine those. Just before I head out, I say goodbye to the dog.
That's a nice warm image.
I love that. Let's try that for our shadow practice. Just before I head out, I say goodbye to the dog. Now you try.
We have built a complete narrative chain here. It is no longer a list of bullet points. It is a sequence of events connected by logic and time.
Let's review the 4 main bridges we built today. First, we had as soon as. This was for the immediate reaction to the alarm. As soon as the alarm goes off, I get up.
Then we had while. This was for multitasking in the bathroom or kitchen. While the water warms up, I brush my teeth. It adds depth and background to your story.
Third, we fixed the after mistake by using after that. I eat breakfast. After that, I wash the dishes. It keeps the story moving forward clearly.
And finally, we used just before to signal the very last moment of the routine. Just before I head out, I check my pockets.
I want you to think about your own morning tomorrow. You don't have to speak it out loud if you are on the bus or in a public place, but I want you to narrate it in your head. When you hear that alarm, think as soon as. When you are brushing your teeth, think while.
This technique is called internal narration. It is one of the most powerful tools for learning to speak because it happens in real time. You are connecting the English words to the actual physical actions you are doing. It sticks in your brain much better than studying a textbook.
And remember, if you make a mistake or if you can't remember the word for toothbrush or toaster, don't stop. Just use a filler word or describe it and keep the flow going. The goal is the connection, not perfection.
If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to continue building your daily routine vocabulary, we have a little challenge for you. In the comments, I want you to write just one sentence about your morning using one of the connectors we learned today. Use while or just before and tell us something real about your day.
We love reading those comments. It helps us see how you are using the lessons. And if you are ready to keep practicing right now, we have another lesson that focuses on the evening routine, how to unwind, relax, and talk about sleep. It is the perfect partner to this video.
It really is. So give this video a like if it helped you find your flow, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next conversation.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today. Remember, every time you speak, you are building confidence. Keep practicing those connections.
Head out into your day with confidence. We will see you in the next lesson.
Bye for now.